What is up, Raiders of Teleria? My name is Charlie. This is New Raiders Only, and in this video, I want to talk a little bit about the perfect attack pairing for my starter legendary Green Warden Rook. One of the things about a defense or tank style champion that you're going to struggle with is damage output, and specifically like area of effect damage, hitting multiple enemies at once, all of that. And it's really important that you use what you have, right? Don't overthink getting a legendary because you may never get any particular legendary. It just how it's going to be, right? It's just all part of it. So Kale, with his poison sets and a little bit of lifesteal, can pretty well carry you in a lot of things in the mid to even the late game. You know, farming dungeons, farming campaigns. He can kind of carry a bunch of rares and epics, and I think that in today's video we're going to focus on a little bit of that. From what I understand, the lifesteal set is the way to go with this guy. By the way, my Kale is 3-star, so I think that we're going to focus on, I think we're going to try to get him up to 3-star. I believe that there is an Arbiter mission to rank up a champion to, looks like it's not for a while. Yeah, so we're not even going to worry about that too much. Let's just go ahead and star this guy up a little bit more. We do have a little bit of food champions that we've built. Let's just use some food to get you up to a 4-star. Unfortunately, this cranks you back down to level 1. 4-star means you can go up to level 40. Looks like we're not going to quite get there, but that's okay. Let's spin some skill books on this guy. There we go. Dark Bolt and Acid Rain. Okay. Take a look at the skills. Dark Bolt attacks one enemy. Acid Rain attacks all enemies. See? Yeah, I'd like to get that one a little bit higher. But this one right here attacks 4 times at random, has a 40% chance of placing his poison. The poison debuff is really what I'm trying to get after. I mean, this is really what I want. So yeah, so the poison damage plus the lifesteal artifacts you can get access to is really nice, especially because they're free. We are going to use one of the better promo codes today. I want to do 2 GT Spring Tricks. Okay, there we go. There's that 4-star chicken. Okay, so we got the 4-star. Let's do this. We got Drop Fever that's active right now. It's not my favorite Drop Fever. I don't like Ice Golem's Peak. I really need to work on Dragon's Lair, but I think what we should do, let's grind through the campaign for a little while. So let's just work on this. I do want to grab some more skill books and stuff. Okay, so while we're running through this, while we're doing some of our campaign missions here, just kind of grinding through, I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that you should be focusing on whenever you're kind of working your way through the minutia, the doldrums, if you will. The thing that you kind of need to focus on, and again, don't get too hung up on getting legendaries. Okay, if you want a strong set of champions, I've got an exclusive URL linked in the description box down below. It's also the promo code over there on the right. If you use it to start a RaidShadowLegends account, you're going to get the epic support champion Uugo right as soon as you finish the tutorial. You're going to get Tagoar at level 15. You're going to get Grizzled Jarl a little while after that. And then finally at level 50, when you hit max level, you get Chonoru. Pretty good attacking champion from the Shadowkin faction. Anyway, you want to try to focus on a solid clan boss team, and you know what that actually looks like. It's going to vary a lot depending on what champions you have access to. You know, as you get deeper and deeper into the game, find some champions that you really enjoy or that you hear people talking about on Reddit or Discord or something like that. There's some really solid choices that you can use for clan boss. Working on your Arbiter missions is always a really popular choice. It's very tedious. Arbiter is a fantastic champion to have. Legendary Void champion, one of the better options for just the average player, the free-to-play, or even the budget player. It takes some effort to get her unlocked. A lot of effort, a long time. It takes, if you're really trying, it takes like 30 to 45 days worth of grinding. And along the way, you're going to get a ton of resources. The crypts, I'll revive. Hilarious. The crypts, like the Orc Crypt and the Sacred Order Crypt and the Sylvan Watchers Crypt, all of that. Grabbing some, boss fight. Grabbing the materials to craft artifacts. You want to specifically focus on perception artifacts. The perception set It's accuracy and speed. Accuracy and speed for the majority of the champions on your team. I know I talked about lifesteal on Kale, and getting Savage, just like Savage as a baseline, and a good set of speed artifacts is good for starters, right? It's good to get you going. But having accuracy and speed gear is going to be super, super beneficial as you're trying to push deeper levels of, like, say, farming the dragon during Drop Fever, or you know, whatever, for whatever event, for whichever dungeon you're trying to farm for whichever event that's active. It's going to be incredibly beneficial to have perception gear. Just a lot more accuracy so you don't get weak hits, resisted, all of that, things that accuracy provides you for. And then the speed so you can kind of cycle through your abilities a lot faster. Very cool. Rocktooth, 3-star rare champion. Yeah, I'm going to turn you into a fodder, I think. Yeah. So the next thing... Oh, I got to select my champions. Let's go with the tank, Uugo, Kale, and Tagoar. Boom, 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 boom. The next thing you want to really focus on, kind of the fourth thing out of the 5 big things, is to only focus on upgrading 5-star gear or better. 5-star artifacts or better. You're not really going to get access to that kind of stuff until you get deeper into the campaign, deeper into the dungeon. You know, during Drop Fever for the Dragon's Lair, you're going to be able to get a lot of speed gear, triple the drop rate for speed gear, which, you know, again, I said perception is kind of the better go-to for speed stuff, but still, to fill in the gaps, you know, speed gear is only a 2-piece set, so, you know, if you're trying to stack a 4-piece or a 2-piece elsewhere, you might squeeze those in. The boots, in particular, are a strong choice, even at a 4-star, just because of the nature of what they are, and there's some game mechanics behind the scenes that makes the boots, in particular, really good. But I know that the game has you do a lot of things, like the Arbiter missions in particular wants you to upgrade, you know, certain artifacts, and that's okay for a quest, because you're getting a reward, you're working towards a goal, and all of that. But I do believe that if you're saving your silver, I almost said gold. If you're saving your silver for the 5-star artifacts that are worthwhile, then I think long term, maybe not immediately, but I think long term you're going to end up being in a much better position, like a much better position. Yeah. So what I'm going to be working on with my team, this is going to be kind of my go-to team, I think. I like Ludix Artor a lot for a 5th. And in some instances, I think Ludex is going to be pretty good. But for campaign missions and a lot of the dungeons, I'm going to be sticking with this team. The Green Warden Rourke, free day 1 legendary. Uugo, epic support champion with an area of effects, defense reduction. I got Tagoar, which is got, you know, reviver and heals and some, you know, some other buffs. And Kale for my big damage dealer, my big nuker. Just a free day one damage dealer that is very, very, very solid. I'm going to focus on trying to get as many skill books as I can to book out my guys. And that's kind of the 5th thing. What legendaries that you do have, what champions that you do have that you are using in the arena and dungeons and campaign farming and all of that, you know, focus on getting those booked out. I would recommend you do a little bit of research, checking out, you know, hailhades.com. In particular, it was a nice little 1-star lifesteal set, whatever. Checking out hailhades.com, the Reddit, right? RaidShadowLegends Reddits. There's a lot of really great Discords, like the official Discord, and there's some creator Discords that are very active as well. You know, you can ask in those channels for like which champions are worth upgrading and which champions are worth passing on. There is a bigger discussion about what you have versus what you can get whenever it comes to the discussion about, you know, which champions to level up. So that's kind of important too. So, you know, again, the important thing with this game is, to me at least, is to not get too hung up on getting a specific legendary, because, you know, people that have been playing for years or that have just bought an account, which I know that's frowned upon, but a lot of people do that, you know, they're going to get access to a lot of legendaries that, you know, people have worked for or bought or were just happen to be playing. Like, you know, for a while, Alice was free. Alice, an amazing attacker. You can get her as a day 1 legendary with a promo code, or at least I think you could. But no, you still can as of this video on May 10th. You know, even though, excuse me, even though that they just happen to be playing, those players, you know, unfortunately, just for the nature of how the game is, you know, you'll catch them eventually, but don't get too hung up on it. That's kind of like my closing out piece of advice. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below, where are you in the game? You know, what are you getting stuck on? What are your pain points? I'm interested to hear what players at different skill levels and different levels of advancement, what their pain points are, just for curiosity's sake. I know I'm going to be running into them myself eventually, and yeah, want to know what to look out for. I love you all. Good luck in Teleria.